Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video I've started a new account. This is because I kind of want to run with an alt just to try more builds out so I can do more build guides. And I've literally just started him, so I figured why not. I'm going to record from literally just starting the game, a speed run you could call it, basically to, it's probably going to be around tier 3 sort of level in armour and sort of weapons. I've already crafted stuff on my alt. Obviously this is going to be a little bit harder for other new players because they won't have the items ready for them, but I'm just going to try and rush through with a bit of music on. I'll try and bookmark some things as they happen. We're getting really quick proficiencies. I'll try and bookmark things as they happen so that if you are interested in seeing certain things you can have a look. But otherwise I'm going to mute my mic and I'm just going to put some music on in the background. I hope you enjoy. If there's any questions or anything you want to know, please leave it in the description below. Okay, catch you later guys.
changes.
Life. Life.
Hi guys, so I've just come back into the video. Rather than having the music on, this is the last little bit I'm going to do. The reason I'm doing this is, rather than focus on the crafting, is that effectively I found, so this is the third character I've done so far, and the amount of silver I make from just doing one of these, as well as all the XP I get, is just worth it for me to do it. And buy the tier 3 gear, and have the tier 3 gear to use then to keep myself alive to do everything else. I found this to be one of the most efficient ways, basically just to... oh, I'm running out of energy and health here. I found this to be one of the most efficient ways. Once you're in the T3 gear and you've started leveling that, it's you can afford to waste a bit of time. We managed to kill him. So I do have the tax on as well, so the amount of silver I get will be less than other people. I can't really judge how much I've got because I actually spent the gold, but just for completing this T3 expedition you get 2k silver, just for completing it. That's no mobs, that's nothing else, which is not bad. It's not hard to do. Obviously if you wanted to do it safer you could take more time. Obviously I'm rushing this quite quickly, I'm not really taking breaks in between fights, but I'm at a point now where I can almost craft, I can refine T3 materials and I can almost craft T3. Excuse if you can hear the Discord noises in the background, I forgot to turn it off before I start the recording. Yeah, so I'm almost at a point I can sort of make my own gear anyway, but journeyman gear is so cheap anyway that you can actually just go and buy a set and do it through that. I wouldn't do any more than one expedition. It was more a case I found just doing the first one means that you get the silver, the daily silver as well as the completion silver, and I found that to be worth it. Basically just buy your own gear and then you can do whatever. You don't have to worry about crafting so much. It means I can put more effort into farming copper as well than, or just ores rather than anything, the wood, because I'll already have the gear that I'd have bought. Other people might have different opinions on the best way to start characters. I have made some mistakes in this where I've had to go back to town because I've forgotten about something, or where I've not refined something. But it was never supposed to be a complete speedrun, it was just me seeing how long it would take me to get to this point. Oh, this is not good. So again, if it was anyone else and you weren't particularly confident in what what your armor's going to do for you, so that I know that I'm ridiculously tanky at this point, then just take it a little slower. There's no need to rush. You've got all the time in the world to do this. You've got an hour to do this. I guarantee this won't take an hour. Yeah, so we managed to kill that. We had about 150 health left, so we had enough health to take a couple more attacks as well. We've obviously killed the first boss, but yeah, it's not difficult. Once I've got a full set of like T3 gear, any mob that comes and fights me, even multiple mobs, isn't going to be hard. Which means I can go to potentially T4 zones and farm the T3 stuff there, just because it's a lot easier to farm. So 4 mobs might be too much, we'll see. I think I'll be able to kill all the mobs, I just don't know if I'll be able to kill this one as well. We did, we managed to kill all of them. This is pretty much the reason why I'm making tank, because the rate at which they can clear things is actually amazing. Their damage is actually quite good considering. Obviously full plate gear. Dodging so much that I shouldn't actually need to. Yeah, we're not too far away now from being able to complete it. It's taken us 12 minutes to get this far so far in the expedition. I imagine this is going to be quite a long video, so thank you if you've managed to stick around long enough to see this. So we've only got this little bit down here. Don't know what the boss is. The boss is an overseer. I believe that's a whip. So you can tend to get an idea for what bosses are going to do by what they're called. You've got things like the overseer. I believe he's going to do like a sort of frontline damage ahead of in front of himself that's really easy to avoid. Other than that, I don't think he does anything else particularly exciting, but we'll find out when we get to him. Obviously, I'm only in T2 gear. Nothing's enhanced really other than my sword. That wasn't intentional, it's just how I've crafted it. You're likely to get at least one piece that's enhanced as well if you were to do this yourselves. So it's not exactly like I'm running the best possible gear to do this. The reason I farm before I come to the expedition is actually to get the Novice Reaver, which means I can do extra damage and take less damage from the T3 mobs. That is the only reason. If I could come here earlier, I would come here earlier, get the silver beforehand, get the silver in here, and just buy my way to the T3 gear. It's so cheap on the auction houses at the moment. The first town it might be expensive in, but if it is really expensive in the first town auction house, because obviously they are not shared auction houses, it's based on that town, then just run up to the main city ahead and I guarantee you'll be able to pick a set up for probably around 2,000 silver. Even that might be a push, to be honest, for how expensive it is. It won't be much. So what I'm going to do after we've done this... Oh, I actually got hit by that. How bad. What I'm going to do is once we finish this, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to do a second episode where I start in my tier 3 gear and just go out and sort of explore, adventure, level up my fame a little bit and all that sort of fun jazz. But I'm already a third of the way into being able to put on journeyman pieces. Sorry, not journeyman, adept pieces. So that's T4. So I reckon within an hour and a half you could quite easily be in T4 pieces if you're willing to spend LP points and the silver you get from this run. Obviously you wouldn't be able to craft them that quick. The lucky thing for me is I'm actually part of a guild and I can use their things to level up my crafting without having to pay for the use of a craft station. So all I have to do then is run backward and forward and gather things. So when he patrols over here next, I'm going to go and pull that mob now, and when he patrols over I'm going to kill him as well. Yeah, I expected we would get him. Okay, so he does a pull. There we go. So that's the frontal line I was on about that he uses with the whip. But I don't imagine he's going to be particularly difficult to kill. And he does an AoE. The AoE is literally just... he's not even going to move. So sometimes they do an AoE where they move. Other times they do one like he just did, which was circular around where he was stood. Ah, that didn't interrupt. That sucks. So what I was hoping then is I was use my W to interrupt that so I wouldn't have to run out and I could just carry on DPSing. Yeah, he resisted it again. That's fine. So we have stood on a lot of the circular AoE that we could have avoided quite easily. I don't think you want to avoid the first tick, but after that you shouldn't really be getting hit from any of it. I'm also running cleave still. If I was really focused on trying to kill this, I would have swapped to the single target talents. There we go. So I got 500 for killing him. and then I got 1,000 for completion and 1,000 for the bonus. So that's it, guys. You see that we're about halfway through now to T4 already, and we've probably earned, I think it's around 6k, 7k that we've earned. We'll go and have a look on this auction house, although I'm not particularly hopeful. I know people like to buff the prices up here. Let's look for Journeyman Armour. Let's look for Soldier. 250, so that's not particularly bad. In fact, actually. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try and find some shoes. I believe they're called boots. See, they're really expensive, so I'm not going to buy them. We can have a look at weapons. 250 and 350, so I'm going to use that. So we just bought ourselves the majority of a set of gear for 500, 850, and we've just got 2k for doing that expedition. So while we didn't get the boots, it's a shame, but I'm not going to get upset by it. Actually, I forgot to buy a shield, so 150. So that's 1,000 silver we just spent. And that got us 4 pieces of Journeyman gear. So we are crazy tanky now. I've only used 1,000 silver to get that full set. And yeah, so I'm going to stop the video there. Next episode, probably going to just move on to Limehurst. There it is, which is my main city. It's where my guild is based, and start adventuring into the T4 places because I'll be able to hold my own. And there's just an abundance more of copper and wood. So thanks for watching. If you managed to make it this far, I'm very appreciative. Other than that, leave your comments. Anything down below, like, subscribe, check out my Twitch. I stream almost every day. Thanks for watching, guys.